You're listening to the Global Countdown, first broadcast on the briefing on the 19th of September.
Fernando, you're going to take us on a musical journey to Sri Lanka.
Yes, and I'm very excited. I've done Sri Lanka in the past, but it's been a while. All I can say, there's one song there that I love it very much. Perhaps not number 5, but listen, I'm not going to criticize number 5. She's a child, okay? But great voice. This song that we're going to hear it now is the soundtrack of a Sri Lankan film that is actually aimed at kids. It's called Rosa Kale Apiyan. But shall we have a listen? This is the great Akshay Chamudi with Chiki Chiki Bam Bam. Let's have a listen. She's very sweet. I mean, it's very easy to sing Chiki Chiki Bam Bam,
Chiki,
you know?
Chiki Bam Bam. That might be my new favourite song.
And you know what? Heavy production values there, because it was the very famous Sri Lankan producer Radish Vandebona. He's the one who produced this track. I think it's a very sweet beginning for the top 5 in Sri Lanka, you know?
Absolutely. What's at number 4?
Number 4 is the only artist from the top 5 that is actually not from Sri Lanka. It's from India. And this song is the soundtrack of a film that's being released next week, and it's set to be like one of those massive kind of Bollywood blockbusters as well. I'll tell you more about the film, but let's have a listen. The vocals are from Shilpa Rao, and the song is called Chutanale. Let's have a listen. What I like about, especially because the film is an action saga, what I love about it, they have all those scenes, the car chasing, it's about a man looking for revenge for his people. But they don't forget people also like pop music. So there's always like a dance scene. I love that.
And it sounded quite cinematic, didn't it, that piece of music?
Very cinematic and extremely popular, Georgina. It is one of the top 10 most streamed tracks right now in the whole world.
Wow. That's huge.
That's huge.
Number 3.
Number 3, that's an odd one. Of course, I don't understand very much the language, but his name is Piat Rajapakasi. The song is kind of a ballad, very gentle, but I'll tell you, he's dressed very fun in the video. I'll tell you a bit more, but let's have a listen. The song's called Sidivi.
Si devi mama nu behelya hariya hinsa nu me patiya nagare kelo bane munga hinsa kanane hari khara dare mawa dakala si devi mama.
How's your knowledge of the Sinhala language, Georgina?
So, as you know, I've just been on Google Translate trying to translate some Sinhala for me. And I'm afraid I don't understand it, the writing, because it's come up obviously in a different kind of script. And I was all ready to say hello, but it's not going to happen. Although I think it might sound something like Ayobovan. But any listeners who speak Sinhala, do feel free to correct me.
No, and I did use Google Translate on this track in particular. As I said, it is a little bit silly. So I basically said, more women, I have a queen. I came here to keep them happy. But the funny thing about the video, he's wearing like a crocodile mask. And there's a lot of kind of women are dancing around him. I didn't understand the crocodile mask. I tried my best. So if we have any Sri Lankan listeners, tell me more about this mask.
That sounds fascinating. I think I have to see this.
You should see this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the next one.
Number 2, this is a great song. There's some kind of indie components. It's very kind of chill track, a little bit of a ballad. It talks about nature, love. This is Dian Hiwaj and Jace with Ape Katanduro, which means in our story. Let's have a listen.
Katandare ad kiyan damage hansiye angare
beautiful. It's about the river flowing, the dreams of love, they're both floating in the air.
Oh, and you can hear that sort of water motif going through, can't you?
It's very gentle, and I quite like the modern production as well.
Yeah. Right, is this your favourite one now?
Oh, the favorite's number one. I think it's such a sweet track. It's very poppy, it's something that perhaps we could see in the charts here, but there is a Sri Lankan element to it as well. There's some kind of traditional kind of instruments which we might hear in this clip. I find it quite uplifting. Great video as well. She has kind of a love device. So for example, a man gives...
device?
No, okay, let me explain. Hold on. A man gives her flowers, and before she uses her device, and just to check if the man is compatible or not. Let's have a listen. It's a great track by Sana Sandak Vela.
This boy is just all my mind. Sandak Vela maneram tahan karalen dolan mutumal.
I adore the song.
I can absolutely see why. Yeah.
It's a great track. It's uplifting, and yes, I think this is a great example. She's new as well. I think that's one of her first singles as well. So, and in the end, she's very lucky. She ends up with a very handsome guy. He's it's like a Baywatch guy who's running at the beach, showing his muscles.
So she doesn't need her love device after all.
Actually, she drops the love device, to stay with him. Maybe in the end, you don't need one.
Yeah, perhaps. Fernando, thank you very much indeed. That was Fernando Augusto Pacheco.